Good evening.
How many of you have a habit of going through the reels, shorts after a long, stressful day? What type of content you watch usually? Huh? Humor, comedy, or you get into motivational speech? Which one? Comedy. Comedy. Why? It makes us stress-free. It will make us stress-free. So most of you may have that habit. So what type of comedy do you like? Light comedy, something related to mother and child, Utthishta, daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, friends, dog or cat's funny video. So whatever happens in our life or at our home, if they show the same thing in shorts or reels, we get connected to it very well. So when there is commonality, there is connection. Gangavati Pranish, a famous Kannada comedian, stand-up comedian, once said, "Maklu mane beduktare." The kids will light up the home because they will never switch off the lights. So I connected to that very well because my son will never switch off light and fan. So I am telling him from 5 years, now he is almost 18 years, he is not at all following it. What do? I will go and switch off the fan or light to save power. So you will be in front of a boss or mother-in-law or teacher in parent-teachers meeting. They are complaining about you. What do? You can't do anything, just you have to listen. There exists the content for the humorous speech. So when on a busy day, there is lot of work at home, lot of work at office, my maid will call and tell, "Akka, somebody died. I'm not coming for work today." What do? I used all my Toastmaster communication and leadership skill to correct her. But for every week, one or the other dies in her family. What can I do? Can I go and do the postmortem? Why the death is happening every week? What I did was, I wrote a humorous speech on my maid in India that took me to the district level. So whenever there is helplessness, there exists humor. Convert trouble into humor. So if you are thinking, so what content I have to choose for the upcoming humorous speech contest? So for the new members, if you are thinking, and even the guests, I will watch this time how the humorous speech happens and I will try next time. Who are all thinking like that? Who are all searching for the good content for the upcoming speech and thought of participating? Please raise your hand. I request SAA to count the number. Yeah, please raise your hand. In today's session, I would like to cover how to choose the topic and how to write the script and how to deliver it on stage to create an impact, to create, to craft and to captivate. So as I said, how to get the topic? Observation in day-to-day life. When I go for work, I used to observe. So the parents dropping their kids for the school bus. In the next stop, friends waiting for the school bus. In the next stop, the boyfriend and girlfriend who has come to drop the other one for the cab. In the other stop, the husband or wife has come to drop their spouse for the office bus. So when I compare it, so when the bus will get late, parents are very anxious. Oh, bus is late. It will reach school late. But friends, so they enjoy if the bus comes late. Boyfriend and girlfriend, so they will not know if they miss the bus also. So husband and wife, so they will be complaining one about the other area level and I won second place at the area level. So situation is different. So what you need to observe HR. So if she tells only about HR, the audience may not understand. So if there are many students here, you know, your friends can only understand your jokes. At home, between a child and the mother, or between the partners. So if you just tell about only one thing, the audience may not able to connect it. First, you know the audience. Here the audience are Toastmaster audience. Ours is a community club. We have members from different backgrounds. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have students, engineers, teachers. Right? You see which can connect to everyone. And you bring the Toastmaster content in that. So in my Made in India speech, I said, my maid is TM, talkative maid. To talk to her, one should be DTM, dare to talk to me. Recently, in a conference, one of the Toastmasters introduced me to his wife. So she is the maid. I mean, she is the one who spoke about maid in one of the Toastmaster contests. So they will remember. So maid, everyone is facing the problem. Again, so if I just talk only about the maid, the bachelors or the students may not connect it. So first you observe the things what is happening around you in everyday life. So where from there you accumulate different stories. Then you connect the story to the Toastmasters humorous speech. Then this is about selecting the content. So if you select the content, suppose about the maid, then you have to write the script. Script is the complete structure of the speech. While writing script, you have to remember delivery also in mind. While we write any Toastmaster speech, it should have clear opening, body and conclusion. Toastmaster speech should have a clear opening, body and conclusion, so as the humorous speech. So you can use all your creativity for the opening and the body and the conclusion. So they say there is a suspense because we know the attention span of everyone has reduced. So if they didn't get connected, they will start watching the mobile. So in all other public speaking, so we have the fear, what if the audience laugh? If I try this. But in humorous speech, what if the audience does not laugh? Right. So humorous speech is one speech where you can try different things. Let the audience laugh. So in the previous humorous speech, our Toastmaster Sanjana has became a man and she spoke. So you can try out different things in humorous speech that you may not do it in international speech contest or tabletop. So you have scope to use your creativity. Using your creativity, write a script. So in that you keep in mind how you have to deliver it. So to use more body language, you have to include that content in the script. And use suspense. And sometimes you may not get good opening. So don't wait. You write the body. You write the entire script. Then you may get the opening. Again, after writing the opening, you may feel like changing the body of the speech. You may feel like changing the conclusion. Be flexible. That is your speech. You are the script writer. Be flexible and write it. While writing, keep the delivery in mind, which should give a lot of scope for body language, vocal variety and pauses. So here I would like to take it to the next level. It has a clear opening, body and conclusion. To take it to the next level, I would like to add 3 P's here. One is pauses, punchline and prop. These are all not compulsory, but that will give more points to the speech, especially in the contest. See, pauses. So on Valentine's Day, I was waiting for someone important in my life. My maid, Muniyamma. So where there was the pause. So everyone will be waiting what you are going to tell. And the speech. I am from India, nearby
India.
So this I have given 2 years back, still they remember it. And I also used DTM as daily torturing mother. Many remembers it. And those who have daily torturing mother, they will relate it well. So use some punchlines so that your speech will be more impactful. And using the props. Do you remember what prop DTM Pramod has used in the recent speech?
Rat.
Rat. So it was a small rat, but it has given so much of impact. So in one of the speeches, DTM Prasannabai, he is a very good humorous speaker of our club. So in his speech, he was telling about some medical test. So he has brought a Pepsi bottle full of water. So in that speech, he used to tell that uncle has come for the urine test. So I still remember it, and I laugh so much when I remember you see that prop. It was just a bottle of water, but how he related that to his speech. So props will really help to connect with the audience well and create more humor. So observe the things around you, accumulate and build a story. That story should have clear opening, body and conclusion. Use pauses, punchline and props to make the story effective. Next is what? So we don't have lights, we don't have background music, we don't have stage setup. Everything we have to show it through our body language, vocal variety and eye contact. That is the challenge every speaker faces. So here you just remember this is the facial expression. Make use of eye contact, smile, facial expression, hand gestures. And the body movement and the usage of stage. You write the script in such a way that you make use of your complete body and also the stage, and you know that the movement should be, it should be intentional. It should not be unintentional movement. You use the script because in humorous speech, energy is very, very important. If you are not energetic, then you cannot bring the humor, you cannot make the audience laugh. You can be serious, but you have to have lot of energy and enthusiasm. Use that in your body language. And here, so this is before the speech, during the speech, and after the speech. You know the techniques of badminton well. Can you participate in a tournament without practice? No. Same thing here also. So before the contest, you have to practice it well. As many number of times as possible. What technique I follow is, I have divided the speech into 3 parts. Practice only the opening, suppose 5 times. Then only the body. Then only the conclusion. Then combine everything and practice with proper body language, the attire, what you are going to wear on the day of the contest, and with the time. The preferred number of words for 6 to 7 minute speeches is 100 words per minute. That is what I follow. So usually my speech will be of 600 words. So because when you are giving a speech, you have to take care of all those things. If you disqualify, if you are overshoot time by 1 second also, you will be disqualified. What effort you have put will get wasted. So take care of number of words while writing the script, and also you have to give time for the pauses and the audience laugh. That all you have to take care. So don't increase it to more than 100, but you can decrease it to less than 100. Right? So before the speech contest, you have to practice it number of times, and during the contest. So you think, so what happens on the day of the race is important, right? Everyone will practice well. You may get good timing before the race, but on the day of race, on the day of exam, what happens? Finally matters. So if you miss out a phrase, what will you do? Only you will be knowing that this is the next phrase or this is the next sentence. So you remember the entire story. Even by practicing number of times, there are chances of forgetting it. You don't show that you have forgotten that particular line. You just go with the flow. You know the story, you just connect it somehow. Okay, and you see that what should be done if I forget it. That also you plan it. So that is during the contest, and you plan for a laughter. You have planned, oh, this for this dialogue, audience will laugh. If they didn't laugh, forget it. They have not understood the joke. Then you just continue. Okay, don't worry about it, because concluding the speech is very important as what you have planned. So don't worry much about audience response. And after the speech, you just analyze why that joke didn't work. So why he or she got the first place and I got the second place, or I didn't get any place. So what is the difference? What made their speech a winning speech? You just analyze it and apply it for the next speech. Now, why humorous speech? Why you should participate in humorous speech? So it is like they say, no, if you prepare for IIT, JEE, CET will become easy. Boards will become easy. Same thing here also. If you prepare for humorous speech contest, the other speeches will become easy, because you will work, you will get so much of humor, you will accumulate so much of humorous incidents. So that you can use it for table topic, that you can use it for prepared speech or international speech contest. You will be having lot of incidents which connects with humor. Whatever may be the contest or the speech, audience will like humor. Audience will get connected to humor. That's why I recommend you to participate in the contest. So don't wait. Humor is there everywhere. Humor is there in everyone. Don't wait for the next contest. So you just know the structure of the humor is there everywhere. Only thing is you have to build it to the Toastmaster structure. You have to script it to Toastmasters guidelines. And that is possible. So now, how many of you would like to participate in the upcoming humorous speech contest? I can see more number of hands now. Thank you. And there are many do's for the contest. And there are few don'ts also. So to get humor, so don't be offensive. Don't tell something wrong about a person, that may be about a spouse or about your boss. That if the audience didn't laugh also, no problem. So don't be offensive. No body shaming. So now Hegde sir didn't mention the name of that airlines. You would have mentioned it. But see, that is the dignity what Utthishta is maintaining, what Toastmasters are maintaining, that you have to remember. That may be any speech, it should be a clean humor.